So, fellow Ambazonians, this is Capo Daniel. I've come with the second part of the podcast of this day of the 24th of January. And it's about the issue of pinning, which reflects the struggle that is going on in many chiefdoms, fondoms across Ambazonia with the manipulation and corruption of the colonial administration that oversees our territory. As we reclaim and exert the right of our sovereignty, we shall bring light and justice to our people that never had one. And obviously, those who perpetrate this injustice, those who seek to undermine peace, stability, and harmony, will always use blackmail, excuses to try to divert from the real problem that we face. I will go back to this. I'll play the audio that I started in the first episode, and I want to just for everybody to know that the people of Moa, that village where the Takas meet in Taka and the brother are fighting to be chief, they have already 15 people who have been killed by the Takas there. This is coming from testimony from the ground, multiple testimony that have come up as a result of this. And 2 chiefs in Bochi have been killed as well. And there is another chief there who have also been paralyzed, and he also make the claim that it is the same from the same mafia from the Takas. So the Wallace family, when they been married, the Moa is actually Moa is owned by the Wala family from there, that quarter in Moa. One of them got married to the Takas from what they are saying. I wouldn't go too deep, but I can tell our people that I have all the documents, from court documents, declarations from judges during the court cases, and the story of bribe and everything. So the facts are there, and it speaks for itself. So I'm very flattered by thanks from Piyin community all over, especially in Ground Zero, who says that the light that the Ambazonian Governing Council have shed on this issue will save a lot of life, because there is no way darkness will ever again enter inside Piyin, or anybody will be manipulated again to kill. And this light will extend to wherever you listen to my voice. The light of truth, the light of honesty, dignity will be restored in our country, just as our Creator intended it to be. There will be peace, real peace based on justice within our country, and our people shall prosper. It has begun. So make a play the audio. As they say, when you speak something, there is power in that thing being spoken. So I'll play it for everybody to hear. The documents, I don't know if I may publish it or not, if it is necessary, but that will be a story of another day.
After the World War in 1945, the administration heading the division was the divisional officer. The administration of Northwest, they divided Ngimba into 2, that is, Lower and Upper Ngimba, and gave the 2 a customary course as administration capable of imprisonment. He got the following villages to join Piyin in Upper Ngimba for administration. They were asked to follow Bofochu, Akum, to form the administration of Santa Upper Ngimba, where S.M. Wala Asangang II declared his next of kin to his late father Wala Asangang I. In civil suit number 627677 as the chief of Mua in Santa Piyin, all the strangers who met Wala Asangang, and he ruled them like their chief, were Boma, who came from Aku with his brothers, the Mbei man, who came from Baba Tree with his brothers to Santa, the John man, who came from Batu with his brothers, and Bamok man, who came from Libialem with his own brothers. Meanwhile, the rock farm was permitted license to Wala Sangang, chief of Mua, for agriculture because the rock farm was Fulani grazing. So Grazing and Farming Office in Bamenda gave him permission as chief councillor in Santa Upper Gemba Council representing Mua in Piyin Cameroon government. Note that any fake chief in Piyin who today claim chief in Mua, Piyin, should know that Wala Asangang is legal chief of Mua, Piyin. Violation refer the legal arm of the law to pay heavy charges. Signed by A.J. Wala Asangang III. Note again, I tell Milton Taka, fake chief in Mua and the whole Piyin, that no amount of money you have can buy you a village or a clan to be chief or fon when nobody knows you as chief or fon. Mua and Piyin, we respect the fon of Piyin Clan. The whole of Northwest has two ethnic groups, that is, the Tikari and the Ngemba. These two are different in culture. People of the Tikari culture, the dead man is succeeded by an uncle, womb, comb, and the others. People of the Ngemba culture, the dead man is succeeded by the son, Pinyi, Bafut, and others. The Ngemba tribe left Widikom and settled in Tarinkon, Mankon, Bamenda. These are tribal groups where many that they went into war after 1945 World War. This war was to fight for which tribe will own the more land. That war was fought and no tribe in Gemba could defeat Pinyi and Bafut. So these two tribes got bigger landscape in Gemba. Pinyi landscape began from Ashong to Ngukentunja, while Bafut landscape starts from Ashong to Bambili, Tikari, end of Ngemba. Pinyi having the one land from Ashong to Ngukentunja. The Pinyi people were few and they stayed in the center of the Pinyi. The rest of their land was occupied by the Hausas and Fulani, covering the whole Upper Ngemba as they rear their cattle. Fon of Pinyi Asobu first died and gave the throne to Asobu second. The other men in the palace had to leave the palace into clan. Four of the men, namely Ndemulu, Wala Asangang, Tishike, and Depsiri. These four men left Pinyi Palace, passed through Bali, then ended in Bambili and saw no land to settle, neither to be fon. They made a turn back and ended up in Bamenda. They did not take the Bambili, they did not take the Bali road to Pinyi, but took the Santa road. This Santa road from Matazen boundary was dug by the Germans, looking for slaves from Bamenda to Bafut. When they dug from Matazen to Akum in Bamenda, they gave the name Santa, meaning in German, we dug a long hill without building a bridge. So when these four notables left Pinyi Palace, they were called Pichi Nekwa. As they left Bambili back to Bamenda as at the Santa road, past Akum end up at Matazem, took the road back to Pinyi as they were disappointed. From Matazem, they walked about 20 miles to central Pinyi. Wala Asangang told the other three brothers, I will stop and make my home. He called Mawa. The three men were Ndemulu, Tishike, and Depsiri. They went in front of Wala Asangang about 30 miles. Then Ndemulu stopped and told the two brothers, I will stop here. And he called his stop and asked two brothers to go ahead to Pinyi. The two brothers told him, we are near Pinyi Palace. We will remain here with you. Both Wala Asangang and the Mulu of Buchi village rode their respective villages in Piyin till date. When Ndemulu, chief of Bushi, was about to die, he gave the throne to the second. When Wala Asangang was about to die, he gave his to Solomon Mulu. Wala, who worked with Southern Cameroon Police Force in Nigeria, was sent to West Cameroon. When the father died, he succeeded his father. He was admitted with Ndemulu in Santa Opangemba Council, a councillor representing their village for tax revenue in the council confirmed by Secretary of State for Interior West Cameroon Buya, who collected Wala Asanga, a chief councillor for Muab and Ndemulu for Bushi village. In the document sent to you, you will see the story written by late Wala Asangang, second legal chief of Mua. You will see administrative judgment passed on to SM Wala Asanga as chief of Mua. Even the court ruling on civil suit 627677 as next king to be late father Wala Asangang first. Late Taka was a man who ran the war of East Cameroon, while others went back after the war like Asong Longmo and others. Taka was a good friend of Wala Asangang. They lived together. Wala Asangang's son by name Elias Tasi got married to Taka's second daughter, and we lived happy as a family. Elias Tasi was the second son of Wala's. Knowing the death that plagued the Wala family, in-law of Taka sold the chieftaincy of the father to Taka. The people of Mua in 2011, Isanji, take successor of late Taka, was proclaimed chief of Mua by corruption. That proclamation went wild in Piyin to the hearing of the chief of Buchi, big brother of Wala Asangang, to know the matter, and said, if my brother died and has nobody to inherit him, as the brother has to take care, he left Buchi Palace to Mua and put Njitaka to order. When he arrived Mua, he told Njitaka, you are in-law to Wala, not even family. How can you do that? He told Taka to stop. The chief of Bushi, Ndemulu II, said that they have money to do it. Ndemulu was angry and set Taka's house on fire. The child of Buchi was mysteriously killed with till today, no case. 2 weeks later, Wala Asangang's son by name Awa Wala died. Taka was led to his big brother as an in-law and was dressed as the chief of Mua. He entered Wala's compound. We made no noise. We gave him a seat with his brother near the grave of Wala Asanga II. Together with the legal chief of Mua, we all mourned. And the late son of Wala, just a week, my late father Wala and ancestors gave judgment. Taka died. Elias Tasi, in-law of Taka, died. Chi Mokwang, brother of Taka, died. 5 of those who took money from Taka died, making a total of 15 now. So anybody who wants to be chief of Mua cannot see the successor or Wala Asangang family in Piyin. Is there any village in Piyin known as Taka village? Mua in Piyin, with his legal as estate called Nipani Wala, situated in Mua. see document evidence as chief of Mua Piyin, I will advise Milton Taka to take a chieftaincy of Mua and to meet ancestors, Wala Asangang family.
So, when I hear, I hope say all people for Piyin that hear the truth and make this light it shine and make the darkness it disappear. From the traditional people, the way I don't talk and for them, so we don't get video call, Ngumba people them for inside Piyin day. They don't talk say if Milton Taka and a brother then step foot from Piyin, now the gods them from Piyin go take them. Go. But then get a very good chance for stop the sin them with their papa if he start them by asking for forgiveness. That cheer when the necessary go make them South Africa put themselves for they call a brother now even king. They give a name even big past the name for the real chief, the Von, as German people be call them, of Piyin. Make them humble themselves down. No say money set up money. It no go take them anywhere. Enough people that don't die. Make these people, this picking away now the millennials, make their eye open. Maybe Milton Taka, you know, feel you fight na me, Capo Daniel, or the ADF, or the Ambazonia Governing Council. We are just doing our job. It is our job, it's my job as the Deputy Defense Chief to speak the truth to power. I have no ambition in Piyin. The only thing I am doing is doing my job to my country and my people so that peace will reign and our people will live in harmony. Lie may only last for a short time, but the truth will always catch up. Milton Takang and your brother, you cannot hide behind Ambazonia flag. You cannot dress yourself like the president, even more than the president, and cover up all the skeleton in your closet. Take responsibility. It may pain you because I speak the way I speak, but that is just how people of truth they speak. That is just how they speak. You can try to make excuse and say it is because of politics. You can make anything you want to say. My track record in the struggle is a testimony. The Ambazonia Governing Council, the top officials are my testimony. The War Council are my testimony. We don't speak things like that. We have one or two people that put their heads together and make sure that every official in the Ambazonia Governing Council have checks and balance. So this is just what it is. The truth and light to our people. That this light will flow over Ambazonia. Justice will flow over Ambazonia. The people and children of Ambazonia will laugh and share food with their neighbors without being afraid. All motive, all the hidden things will come to light. The time, behold, have come for justice to reign in our land. Equal opportunities, equity. Behold, the days of bigmanism have gone. Behold, the day of Godfather, scratch my back, I scratch your own, have gone. There will be transparency, there will be democracy, there will be justice, harmony, and progress. Development of science and technology, we shall prosper in the land of our birth. This light, only this truth will set us free. God bless you all. For the summary, the Takas, they led by Milton Taka, when people they become for Babaju, La Republique, they become for Babaju, they can settle for Insa Piyin. When they settle for Insa Piyin, they don't give them land, made them day for Insa Mawa, because they married one of the Walas for day, and the Walas they then die. They not get people where they rich for become chief. The Takas them want make themselves chief for Insa land way, no be for the way their origin. The main chief for Buchi, where Mawa, it then under a village, he opposed them vehemently. Because of that, the Piyin Clan then see them like an obstacle for them to become chief. They then installed their brother for South Africa as chief for Mawa. Their pa, he be die as a result of fighting this Palava chieftaincy. A lot of people didn't die. For try for cover up for their crime, Piyin Clan, he then asked General Okoro, where he be initially contact we say make we assist them for kill the chief on false allegations, say the chief be been a black leg where they collaborate with Cameroon military. The LGA, still led by Piyin Clan, will then provide the evidence of those things them already. Will refuse to kill the chief. Eventually, the Okoro force them succeed for killing an audio for lie say na me while they try for bring justice. Na me I pay them, me then kill the chief. And it be unbelievable because the chief be there for ADF custody. I know if I will get interested kill you, I will talk me then kill you. If they actually work with me, and me now they bring up the issue for put a statement them where it began, we trust me. So definitely this is what has happened. Lessons to the Piyin people and all Ambazonian. Do not allow foreigners who have settled in our villages to buy positions of chief because they are rich. The chieftaincy, as the German people, they will call them the von. We would call them now fon. Now something will be hereditary. Not be something with money if you buy them. As the Cameroon government, it don't come with classification system. Make our people then know. Say government, no get no power for make person chief. Nothing way na God he giam and nothing way he come natural. Any man we run the fight for take all this position, they make them know, say they run bring injustice, and eventually those manipulation they go be reversed so that our people they go feel live in peace and harmony. In a free Ambazonian, expert them to go look into all this matter them and for find a way our people they feel live harmoniously without injustice, murder and killing in the name of power.